The 7 levels of evil Batman variants. Level 1, Street Menace. Flashpoint Batman. Flashpoint Batman is what happens when Batman's origin goes horribly wrong and creates something darker than Bruce Wayne ever became. In the Flashpoint timeline created when Barry Allen traveled back to save his mother, history changed catastrophically. That night in Crime Alley when the Wayne family encountered Joe Chill, it wasn't Thomas and Martha who died. It was 8-year-old Bruce who took the bullet. Thomas watched his son murdered, and that moment shattered both parents. Martha carved a Glasgow smile into her face and became the Joker. Thomas hunted down Joe Chill and beat him to death with his bare hands. He became Batman, but a version that crosses every line Bruce never would. Flashpoint Batman kills without hesitation, uses guns with pistols holstered on his thighs, and has no issue putting bullets through criminals' skulls. He drinks heavily to cope with trauma. His interrogations involve threats to cut out tongues, and if that doesn't work, he executes them. There's no rehabilitation, no second chances. Thomas funded his war through Wayne casinos and operated from an abandoned Wayne manor. When Barry Allen appeared powerless, Thomas attacked him before learning the truth. In another timeline, Bruce lived and became Batman while his parents died. Thomas helped Barry restore his speed and joined the fight against the Aquaman Wonder Woman war, destroying the world. In the final battle, Thomas killed Reverse Flash to save Barry, then gave him a letter for Bruce begging his son to stop being Batman and find happiness before apparently dying. Except Thomas didn't die. Reverse Flash saved him specifically to torture him, bringing Thomas to the main timeline so he could see how being Batman consumed Bruce's life. Thomas allied with Bane to break Bruce psychologically into giving up the cowl. He shot Bane when no longer useful, held Bruce at gunpoint demanding he abandon Batman and marry Catwoman. Bruce refused, knocked Thomas out, and Bane retaliated by breaking Thomas's back. Flashpoint Batman ranks at level 1 because his scope is purely Gotham Street level. He kills criminals with guns and fists. His war is against muggers and mobsters. No world domination, no multiversal threat, just a broken father murdering everyone he blames, one bullet at a time. Dangerous to anyone in his path, but ultimately local in scale. Level 2, Gotham Tyrant. Owlman. Owlman is Batman if he embraced nihilism and decided nothing matters, making him paradoxically one of the most dangerous villains in DC. Thomas Wayne Jr. of Earth 3 is Bruce Wayne's older brother in that reality, and when his parents and Bruce were killed, Thomas became Owlman and concluded that in an infinite multiverse, nothing has meaning. If every choice creates an alternate reality where you made a different choice, then all choices are meaningless. This philosophy makes Owlman terrifying. He's driven by the desire to prove existence itself is pointless. Owlman has Batman's genius-level intellect and strategic mind, but no ethics. He's the crime syndicate's chief strategist with technology rivaling the Batcave, night vision equipment, lethal weapons, and gadgets designed to kill efficiently. His costume is a dark mirror with owl motifs instead of bats. On Earth 3, Owlman controls Gotham absolutely. He runs it like a police state where his word is law and dissent is crushed. The GCPD works for him. Politicians are puppets. The underworld operates with his permission. Commissioner Gordon is a corrupt enforcer. Alfred Pennyworth isn't a faithful butler but his most trusted confidant who helped raise this monster. Owlman's relationship with Superwoman is twisted. They're partners and lovers, but neither trusts the other. She bore his child, though parentage is questionable. What makes Owlman truly dangerous is his ultimate plan. He discovered Earth Prime, the foundational Earth from which all others originated. His logic is coldly rational. Destroy the first Earth, and you create a paradox unraveling the entire multiverse. Every reality, every timeline would cease to exist. Owlman doesn't want to conquer the multiverse. He wants to prove existence is meaningless by ending all existence. He built a quantum bomb designed to destroy Earth Prime, which would retroactively erase every reality, including his own. The Justice League barely stopped him, and only because his nihilism meant he wasn't trying to survive. He wanted to die, proving his point. Owlman ranks at level 2 because while his scope threatens existence itself, his actual operations are primarily earthbound. He controls one Gotham, conquers one Earth when the Syndicate invades, and his multiversal threat requires specific technology. He's not reshaping reality with thought. He's a man with Batman's mind, no morals, and a philosophy that existence is meaningless, operating as a tyrant through fear and strategy. Level 3, World Dominator. Red Death. Red Death is what happens when Batman's obsession with protecting Gotham drives him completely insane, and he steals the Flash's speed by any means necessary. This Batman from Earth 52 in the Dark Multiverse watched his rogues gallery kill his Robins one by one. He couldn't save them because he wasn't fast enough. That failure consumed him until he decided that if he had the Speed Force, he could save everyone by being everywhere simultaneously. So he designed a machine to steal Barry Allen's powers, kidnapped his world's Flash, and chained him to a device in the Batcave. Barry begged him to reconsider, warned him the Speed Force doesn't work that way. Batman activated it anyway. What emerged was an abomination, a fusion, where the merger went horrifically wrong. The Speed Force didn't transfer. It merged them into one entity with Barry Allen's consciousness trapped inside, screaming constantly as he's forced to watch this twisted amalgamation commit atrocities. The Speed Force is corrupted, burning with red lightning instead of yellow. Red Death's appearance is nightmarish. Flash's design, but blood red with Batman's cowl, his body skeletal because the stolen Speed Force consumes him from within. On Earth 52, Red Death conquered Gotham in days through omnipresent terror. When the Dark Knights invaded Earth Zero, Red Death fought the Flash family across Central City. He has Batman's strategic mind with Speed Force powers used lethally, phasing through enemies to tear them apart, creating speed mirages to attack from every angle, throwing bat-shaped shuriken at relativistic speeds that punch through steel. He can vibrate his molecules to phase through walls, then solidify inside someone's chest. Red Death ranks at level 3 because he conquered one city and threatened one Earth during the Dark Knight's invasion. He's terrifying with stolen speed and tactics combined, but his scope remains planetary. He's a fusion monster operating as shock troops for Barbatos, not an independent multiversal threat. Remove him from Earth and he's still deadly, but he doesn't command armies or reshape dimensions. He's speed and brutality, focused on conquest through overwhelming presence. Level 4, Dimensional Threat. The Grim Knight. The Grim Knight is Batman if he picked up Joe Chill's gun that night in Crime Alley and never put it down. This Batman from Earth 22 in the Dark Multiverse made one different choice that changed everything. After his parents died, young Bruce Wayne took the killer's gun and shot Joe Chill dead. That moment established a pattern. Guns aren't just tools for the Grim Knight, they're his religion. He's Batman with every weapon ever created, using lethal force as his first option. The Grim Knight's Gotham was a militarized nightmare where he operated as judge, jury, and executioner with an arsenal that would make armies jealous. He didn't have a Batmobile, he had a weaponized tank. His Batplane wasn't for transportation but airstrikes. His utility belt contained grenades, automatic weapons, and explosives. He built guns into every surface of Wayne Manor and the Batcave, motion-activated turrets, remote-controlled drones armed with machine guns, missile systems in the walls. His Gotham became a weapons platform. The Grim Knight didn't just kill criminals, he waged war with military tactics and overwhelming firepower. When the Batman Who Laughs recruited him to Earth Zero, the Grim Knight proved why he's dimensional level threat. He hacked every weapon system in the DC universe, military satellites, nuclear arsenals, automated defenses. He turned Earth's own security against it, the Justice League's watchtower, government black sites, all compromised and weaponized under his control. He could launch nuclear strikes from any nation, crash planes, activate kill drones globally. The Grim Knight also designed and deployed specialized weapons for each Justice League member. Kryptonite rounds for Superman, anti-magic bullets for Wonder Woman, frequency disruptors for Flash. Batman's prep time but with zero moral restraint and infinite ammunition. He nearly triggered World War III just to prove he could, holding the planet hostage until stopped by the Bat family working with the Joker, ironically. The Grim Knight is Batman's tactical genius applied to total war without rules. He ranks at level 4 because he operates across dimensional boundaries and threatens entire planets through technological dominance. He's not just Gotham's nightmare, but a threat to any world he enters because he weaponizes everything. Infrastructure, satellites, automated systems. His ability to hack and control planet-wide defense networks makes him capable of destroying civilizations from orbit. But he's still limited to technology and conventional weapons, no matter how advanced. He can't reshape reality or command cosmic forces, just turn every gun on Earth against its owners. Level 5, Universal Destroyer. The Devastator. The Devastator is Batman mutated into Doomsday, and that combination is apocalyptic. This Batman from Earth 1 watched Superman turn evil and kill everyone Bruce loved. Lois Lane, Jimmy Olsen, the Justice League, all murdered by a Superman who'd finally broken. Batman tried everything to stop him and failed repeatedly. In desperation, Batman stole a sample of Doomsday's DNA, the creature that killed Superman, and injected himself with it, believing if he became the thing that killed Superman, he could stop an evil Man of Steel. The transformation was instant and irreversible. The Doomsday virus consumed Batman's humanity, mutating him into a monstrous fusion of Bruce Wayne's mind in Doomsday's indestructible body. The Devastator stands nearly 12 feet tall, covered in bone protrusions and nearly indestructible gray hide. His face is a twisted mockery of Batman's cowl merged with Doomsday's skull-like features. He killed the evil Superman of his world, then couldn't stop. The Doomsday rage consumed him, and he killed everyone else on Earth 1, exterminating all life. When Barbatos summoned the Dark Knights, the Devastator was sent to infect Earth Zero's Superman with the Doomsday virus. The plan was to turn Clark Kent into another Devastator, creating an army of unstoppable Superman-Doomsday hybrids. Devastator fought the Justice League in the Fortress of Solitude, and the battle was catastrophic. He has Superman-level strength combined with Doomsday's adaptive evolution. Every attack that hurts him, he becomes immune to. Heat vision, adapts, magic, develops resistance. Kryptonite, his Doomsday physiology is already toxic. Batman's tactical mind makes him fight smarter than Doomsday ever did. He doesn't just rage, he plans while he destroys. Devastator can exhale clouds of Doomsday spores that infect and transform anyone they touch into Doomsday-like creatures under his control. He nearly succeeded in transforming Superman, and if he had, Earth Zero would have fallen in days. An army of Devastators could conquer galaxies. The infection is also psychological. Those transformed lose their humanity and become engines of destruction. The Devastator ranks at level 5 because he's a universal extinction threat, not through conquest but through uncontrollable mutation. One Devastator could theoretically transform entire populations into Doomsday variants, creating a plague that would consume planets. He's adaptation and destruction combined with intelligence, making him capable of ending civilizations. But he's still biological, still bound by physical form even if nearly indestructible, and the infection can be countered with the right science or magic. He's apocalyptic but not reality warping. Level 6, Multiversal Horror, The Darkest Night. The Darkest Night is what the Batman Who Laughs became after absorbing Dr. Manhattan's powers, elevating him from dangerous to nearly omnipotent. After the Batman Who Laughs died fighting the Justice League, his ally Perpetua resurrected him by throwing his corpse into the energies of Dr. Manhattan that were stored in the metaverse. The Manhattan energies fused with the Batman Who Laughs body, transforming him into something beyond anything he'd been before. The Darkest Night gained Dr. Manhattan's near omnipotence, the ability to manipulate matter and energy at the quantum level, perceive all possible timelines simultaneously, reconstruct himself if destroyed, and reshape reality through will. But where Manhattan used these powers for observation and occasional intervention, the Darkest Night used them for domination. His appearance changed, taller, more muscular, radiating blue energy but corrupted with dark metal. He was Batman Who Laughs sadism with a god's power. The Darkest Knight's goal was to kill Perpetua and claim her crisis energy for himself, becoming the supreme being of the entire multiverse. He manipulated the heroes and villains of the DC universe, playing both sides against each other. He could see every possible future and chose the paths that led to his victory. When Perpetua was weakened fighting the heroes, the Darkest Night betrayed and absorbed her crisis energy. For a time, he achieved his goal, he became the most powerful being in the DC multiverse, warping entire realities with thoughts. He created the last 52, twisted worlds where he'd won in different horrible ways. Each world was a nightmare scenario showcasing different paths to his dominance. He could rewrite history with a gesture, making it so events never happened or happened differently. He battled Wonder Woman empowered by every hero's energy across existence in a fight that threatened to destroy all realities. The clash between Darkest Night and Diana took place across multiple dimensions simultaneously. He could exist in multiple timelines at once, fighting battles across past, present, and future. He ranks at level 6 because he wielded power across the entire DC multiverse, threatened all realities simultaneously, and required the combined might of every hero across every timeline to defeat. He wasn't confined to one dimension or universe, but operated on a multiversal scale with near omnipotence. He was reality itself corrupted with Batman's mind steering it toward destruction. Only by channeling the power of every hero who ever existed could Wonder Woman match his power, and even then it was close. Level 7. Omniversal God. The Batman Who Laughs. The Batman Who Laughs is the ultimate evil Batman, Bruce Wayne with the Joker's complete insanity, and that combination makes him the most dangerous villain DC Comics has ever created. On Earth 22, Batman finally broke his one rule and killed the Joker after the Clown Prince pushed him too far. But Joker had planned for this. His heart-stopping released a special Joker toxin from his body that infected Batman through close proximity. The toxin rewrote Batman's brain chemistry over weeks, slowly turning Bruce Wayne into something that had Batman's intelligence, resources, and tactical genius, but the Joker's complete lack of morality, restraint, or sanity. The transformation completed, and the Batman Who Laughs killed the entire Bat family in one night. Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, Damian Wayne, all murdered by the man who trained them. Then he systematically killed every hero on his Earth. Superman died from Batman's prepared contingencies. Wonder Woman fell to plans Batman had devised years earlier. The Justice League, Teen Titans, everyone. slaughtered because Batman knew everyone's weaknesses, and Joker's madness removed any hesitation about exploiting them. Within weeks, Earth 22 belonged to the Batman who laughs. His appearance is iconic and terrifying. Batman's costume but corrupted, a spiked metal visor covering his eyes because the transformation enhanced his perception so much that normal light blinds him. He sees in dark multiverse frequencies, perceiving threats and possibilities no one else can. His smile is permanent, the Joker's grin carved into Batman's face. He leads the Dark Knight's rabid bat variants from dead worlds, but he's always the smartest, always 3 steps ahead, always winning, even when he appears to lose. The Batman who laughs infected other Batmen across the multiverse with his toxin, creating an army of Batmen who laugh. He manipulated Perpetua, the creator of the DC Multiverse itself, played Lex Luthor like a fiddle, orchestrated the infection of the entire Justice League, and even after becoming the Darkest Knight and being defeated, echoes of him remain across the multiverse. His plans have plans, and his contingencies have contingencies. He ranks at level 7 because the Batman who laughs doesn't just threaten one reality, or even the multiverse. He's a concept that infects and corrupts everywhere he touches. He's the ultimate predator who's always planning, always adapting, and impossible to truly kill because the idea of him spreads like a virus. He turned Superman evil, corrupted Shazam, infected Wonder Woman, and nearly destroyed all creation multiple times. He's Batman with Joker's chaos, the world's greatest detective with no rules, no limits, and the ability to see 7 steps ahead of everyone. The Batman who laughs is what happens when the Dark Knight becomes the Darkest Knight's origin. Pure evil with perfect planning. He's not just a villain. He's the villain that villains fear. The contingency plan with no contingency against it. The laugh that never stops echoing across infinite realities. He's Batman's worst nightmare made real, himself without hope.